All right. How's everybody doing? Give me a couple minutes here. Let me get a couple things here pulled out. Need 1 second here. Share with a couple of platforms. Hope everybody's doing okay today. Please click on the subscribe button as you're checking in if you're not already subscribed to the channel. Hit the like button, notification bell. It's going to be a good one. It's going to be a good one. I'll go over a couple of things here in just a second. One second here. Almost done. Almost. Couple more seconds. All right, there we go. All right. Now we'll just give it a couple minutes to allow some to come in, and we'll go from there. So as I see them coming in, to save me a little time of repeating myself. So we'll see what happens here. Give it a couple minutes here. I'm just waiting on those to come in. Peace and blessings. Let me know where you're checking in from. We're still waiting on a few to come in, and then I'll go ahead and get started here. That way, everybody that's interested will be able to get the same opportunity without repeating. All right. Peace and blessings. How you doing? Let me know where you're checking in from. We're about to get started here. Waiting a couple people that's supposed to be coming in here, and then we'll go ahead and get started. All right. Peace and blessings. How you doing? Still waiting on a few to come in and get started. Just if you can, let me know where you're checking in from. Let me know where you're checking in from, and we're gonna get started with this here. Take these off for a minute. Peace and blessings. How you doing? Can you hear me out there in YouTube land? Yours truly, Ivory here. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. We're going to get started here in a second. Just waiting on a few more to come in here. Don't want to repeat. So if you don't mind, let me know where you're checking in from. That would be nice, but I think I know who you are. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Let me know where you're checking in from. We're going to get started here in a second. Hit the like button as you come in if you don't mind. Shannon with peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Let me know where you're checking in from, how you're doing this evening, this afternoon, wherever you're at, this morning. 1 second, we're getting ready to get started here. Very powerful, powerful, powerful information and video, especially when you take into consideration the power of the divine feminine energy. And that's what we're going to be talking about here very shortly. Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. Let me know where you're checking in from as you come in. I do apologize for those that may be trying to come in. I do have some stalkers and some, or if you want to call it hacker, as far as the account here. Been working with it, been working on it, making some changes and some adjustments so that we don't have that problem going forward and even in the future. But as of right now, there could be individuals out there for whatever reason that they would like to, I guess you could say, attack the channel. But we're going, hey, Precious, how you doing, Precious? Precious, I got a good one for him today. I'm just trying to see if they're going to let me go with it. Been having some issues with the channel in terms of haters, if you will, that wants to block the channel. But nevertheless, I'm doing fine. How about yourself? I'm doing real good. This is going to be a good one. And I think as people are coming in, they will see for themselves once I get started here that the information is going to be well worth the wait. Well worth the wait. I'm just sending out some invites here to a couple of other platforms. How you doing this Sunday afternoon? Hopefully you're doing good. You doing okay? How's your weekend going so far? Weekend going pretty good, Precious? They've been kind of like bothering my channel here this weekend, but I know what group out there. This is good. Watching this football game, hopefully it's better than the game you was at on Friday. You know, we left that game 19 seconds into the second half because it was going to be a total. I don't even know what the final score was, because when we left at the beginning of the third quarter, soon as kickoff took place, it was kind of like the opposing team, the visiting team, versus the team that I'm affiliated as far as from a city standpoint. They got the ball, and their person, the kick returner, he ran it all the way back almost and scored a touchdown. That took every bit of 12 seconds. 7 seconds later, they scored. And then it was like 42-7. So me and the group that I was with, we decided, nah, I'm not going to sit here and watch this here total beatdown. All right. But however, you know, it was interesting. I could have stayed, but I didn't. So we're going to go ahead and get started here. So you're going to get the cream of the crop. Click on the like button as you come in. And if you don't mind, drop a comment and let me know where you're checking in from, if that's okay. If that is okay. I'm almost done here. And I'm trying to get, the reason why I'm delaying and I'm pausing, is because like anything else, anytime our people opt to do something positive for our people, we always have a group of our people that have that crab spirit or haters or what have you. So the page has been kind of like under attack. I know who the group is as far as the base of the individuals that's involved, but at the same time, it doesn't matter. Peace and blessings as y'all coming in. We getting ready to go and get started. Someone is trying to mess with your pay. Absolutely. But it's the thing about it, you can't stop energy. You can't stop universe. All you do is make an ass out of yourself. And the more people make ass out of it, it's like, how can I say it? It's like somebody, if they pulled a mask off and you said, damn, that was you doing that shit all alone. Then they feel like fool. Hey, Marie, happy evening to you too. Good. When I get to about 6 of y'all, because there's people here in the live, I want to make sure that they're not with this here hacking and stalking group that has been attacking all of my social media platforms. So I just want to make sure that, if they're here from Germany. Okay, Marie, well, you got something that you're going to be able to tell some folks. Hey, I'm here in Germany. And guess what? I found out about that powerful energy of the divine feminine. And when I start breaking it down, it's going to be well worth it. I promise you it will. I promise you. It's going to be well worth the wait. And we're just going to kind of go ahead here. And I'm trying to, so that I don't have to, Regina Marie, Sagittarius. Okay, then. So you got that same flame as I got. So you already know how it is. But nevertheless, we're going to go ahead here. And so I have what? 1, 2, 3. And live. Click on the like button if you can. As you're coming in, that would be wonderful. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and get started here in just a second. Give me just a second here. Just a second. There's a couple of people. One is a historian, and they indicated to me on my Facebook that they didn't know what I was talking about, but they wanted to say, hey, I want to be in the live. So we're going to go ahead and get started with what we have here. And then let me say this here also. The title of the video is plain, but it's very powerful. And I'm going to share some information that's going to raise the eyebrows of a lot of folks, especially if they let the video flow, if you will. But the power of the divine feminine energy is connected to the high priestess. But at the same time, what we're going to do is we got to go back. We got to go back before we can kind of like go forward, if you will. And what I'm simply saying is go back to and give you some history surrounding the divine feminine energy. Many have already, they may be aware of it, but they may not, how can I say it, may not have the understanding of some things. And when you're dealing with tarot, most people are familiar with the divine feminine energy when it comes to tarot. If you walk out in the street in your neighborhoods and you start talking about divine feminine energy, most people look at you and be like, what? What do you say? Divine feminine energy. But there is a connection. And that connection is to first, the universe. And then as far as we can compile the history, it has that ancient Kemet or modern day Egypt, but ancient Kemet origin. So I want to kind of like give people some little history. And then for those of us who are embodying this energy, because embody feminine energy and you can embody masculine energy. You can actually also in balance, only in balance can you embody both. But I want to put some emphasis on the power of the divine feminine energy, and then we'll do it like that. So welcome back to all of my Soul Tribe family. Now, this is the actual, now I'll be kind of looking away because I'll be getting information from my upcoming book. There is a book that I'm doing right now, and it won't be a huge, as far as 500-600 page book, but there could be like volume 1, volume 2, and things of that nature, as far as when we're talking about this divine feminine energy, because this is what is going on around the world, around the planet, and most people don't have any idea about this powerful energy. And sometimes when we think about the feminine energy, the first thing that we'll think about is a woman. But we don't know, but many don't know that that energy does not have anything to do with a sex, right? Energy does not know if you're a man or a woman. We say masculine and feminine, and that's what we say. But the universe knows it as balance or divine feminine or divine masculine, as we know it in what we call tarot. All right. So I'm asking, I spent 51 hours this week on YouTube as far as just for the weekly zodiac signs. And each one, and then not to mention the live videos. So last week was very, very, it's like it was very, very time consuming. When you look at the average was around 1 hour and 45 minutes for each zodiac. And that is unprecedented when you look at, for those that may go on YouTube and go to other YouTube channels, which I recommend, and go to other YouTube channel as far as tarot readers, because then you can kind of cross-reference and you can kind of find, because energy is always fluid and it's always moving. So you can be embodying this energy today and be like, hey, I feel good here. And then tomorrow something can happen. You know what I'm saying? You can lose your job or what have you. That creates what we call a tower moment. And then you kind of feel down. And then when you go on YouTube and you look at the energy on these various different channels, then you'll see that there's a little bit of change there. So having said that, this is the second video dealing with the divine feminine energy. Last Sunday was powerful. So I wanted to share some vital truths regarding, and I'm looking over here because I'm looking at notes from my book, if you will. And so I'm kind of like looking at some of those notes there, because it's so much information. Is not, I'm not that individual that I can remember everything that is being researched, because you're talking about a lot of research here. However, I wanted to share some vital information, some truth regarding the origin of this energy force that we call the divine feminine. Now, I'm sharing it with my Soul Tribe family. Now, there will be more videos like this here in the near future, depending on the support due to much research and other projects that I'm currently working on, right? So please support the channel with a small donation. I don't have no offering plate. And the reason why I'm saying this is because at some point in time, I won't come to YouTube and do these types of videos. I do them on another platform where you'll have to be a member of the Soul's Journey family, if you will, not with the tarot, but with the Soul's Journey family, right? All right. So I'm only asking a little morsel, mere $1.99. That's just for the effort. You're talking about hours and hours of research, if you will, to put this together. It's not like you just go live and then you just go talking about the divine feminine. No, you can't do that. You can't do that. And this is just for my Soul Tribe family here on YouTube. But then if there are others that are coming in for the first time, you know, they want to support it, they can as well. But $1.99 is not asking much. Most people would do what is called a live stream. And these live streams, they'll do them as a paid live stream. I don't do it like that, right? I just go live. If I get the support, I do. If I don't, then I know I'm, you know, take it to another platform. However, for $1.99, that's less than what you'll put in a plate if you go to church or if you got a zakat and you're a Muslim, right? So it just helps with the continued production of the channel and the studio that I'm working on right now. So the Cash App information is there, the PayPal information is there. And I want to thank everybody for your continued support. And I'm really, really, truly grateful. Now, got all of that out of the way. So hopefully we will get some support. And we here, $1.99. I don't do extended. You know how you go to a lot of the YouTube channels as far as readers, and they'll do the video. You'll see most times it's uploaded, pre-recorded, or what have you. And then you'll say that they'll let you know that follow them over to the extended. And when you go to the extended, depending upon whose channel it is and how large of a following you got, it can be anywhere from say $3, $4, $99 or something like that. I've seen as much as $9, $10. That's just for the extended, right? For a 15-minute video. So me asking for $1.99 is only a way to just see if you would like for me to continue this. Other than that, I'll just be, you know, doing something else on a Sunday afternoon. You don't mind me smoking, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and get started here, okay? Sorry it took so long, but I'll be doing some editing to this here video because I was waiting on different ones that wanted to come into the live. All right. When we're talking about the power of the divine feminine energy. Now, this is the first of this type of video that I will air live from this here channel, dealing with the power of the divine feminine energy, right? Now, it's been a long journey for me, just arriving at this point. Long journey and much research, a lot of sleepless nights, from dreams that gave true reference to this here powerful energy force, if you will. Not to mention the research aspects of it. Now, many refer to the universe. We're going to start with the universe because everything centers around the universe. Now, the universe, we refer to the universe, many of us that understand what I'm talking about, we refer to the universe as Mother Universe. Just the fact that we say universe is giving you some type of implication that we're applying to a feminine energy force, right? All right. So I say in my book, I call it the Great Mother, even though some say Mother Universe. So I wanted to, it's the same thing. It's just that from an editorial standpoint, I wanted to make sure that there is some differential in the two, right? So we refer to Earth as daughter Earth, right? And then we refer to Earth as daughter Earth. Even we refer to nature as what? Mother Nature, right? If we stop there, with just Mother Universe or the Great Mother, and then the Earth and Mother Nature, that is some powerful energy, to say the least, right? So we can see infinite power in this here divine feminine energy right out of the gate. But let's go a little bit further. Let's go a little bit further with this here. In reference to tarot, there are 4 elements in creation, and they are known as the first family of creation, right? And you have fire, water, air, and earth. And tarot is referred to as wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. Okay, then. And pentacles. Of these 4 elements, only daughter Earth is yet to regain her sacred status. This is due to the fact that for over 2,000 years, man has created these various different religions that places masculine energy over feminine energy, or the man over the woman. Okay? Now, bring it into the abuse of power over the feminine energy force. Now, check her out. Causing an imbalance on Earth, affecting the sacred status as a result. The origin of tarot as we know it clearly has its origin in Kemet or Egypt, long before the European civilizations was known to the world, or daughter Earth. The high priestess and the priest, or the Hierophant, that is the consortium, as far as you would say, like marriage or opposites of balance, which you have you have feminine energy, say you got masculine energy. That's the center balance around the concept of afterlife, death, and magic and division. Now, about 2,700 years BC, or about 4,700 years to date, a mummy in Egypt was found having tarot card images and papyrus texture displayed across the chest of the mummy. The mummy was named Hot. And this was noticed around 8th century or 4th century BCE before the Common Era. There were 2 cards I'm going to talk about first. There were 2 cards on the chest of this mummy. All right. The 2 cards was the Tower and the Death card, with a picture of a tomb. All right. Anytime you think of the word mummy itself, you're going to automatically, it's going to pop in your head what? Egypt, the pyramids, right? Okay, we're going to go a little bit further now. So there was a tablet found centuries ago, and that tablet is called the Bembine tablet, Bembine, the Bembine tablets on Carafunan bronze. Carafunan bronze. That was the texture of the tablet. And it's an alloy that was used in antiquity when you're trying to preserve something in ancient time, as far as the Kemetites, or in Kemet or in Egypt, right? Which consists of copper, gold, and silver. Now, this here material was dumped in acid, creating a paraffin bronze, if you will. All right. Now, on the bottom left-hand corner of this Bimbine tablet, there was a picture of Asa, or in Greek we say Osiris. Now, Asa was wrapped in mummy clothes. This is in the bump. You can go and research this, and you can even go and find this information. It's out there. But Asa was wrapped in mummy clothes, symbolizing death. The image depicts him in a tower. Now, the high priestess in this Bimbine, in the Bimbine's tablets, the high priestess was pictured in the center. Now, the Europeans referred to the empress. In ancient Kemet, there was no empress. It was known as a high priest, the high priestess. And this is in the middle of the Bimbine tablet. Now, this tablet now, from today, you want to go back about 4,700 years. Also in this Bimbine tablet, there was a butterfly symbolizing the food. Now, I'm going to do another video that's going to give you that I'm going to be talking about the history of Pharaoh, but I had to get it to where it is now before I can go any further. Now, so the butterfly symbolizes the food in tarot. And this butterfly, the bee in the Bimbine tablet, is the king of tarot, which means transformation. Now we know that that the ancient Kemets, they were big on afterlife after the death, and it was called transformation. We say spiritual transformation. So the king of tarot means transformation. We have this word we call hiero, H-I-E-R-O, right? Now we're going to automatically know that it comes from the ancient Egyptian text, the hieroglyphs, right? The Greeks call hieroglyphs. The comedians, they say Medu Neter, right? So the Medu Neter, the consortium to the hiero, or we say hierophant, is the high priestess. All right, we got that out of the way. So to back it up, in this tablet that starts the beginning of tarot, which is not 78 cards. All right, on the Bimbine tablet, there's 54 images. Hey, Karen, there's 54 images. 54 cards, 54 images. Now, I'm going to go a little bit further. So let me do this here recap. 2,700 years ago, these explorers, one from Milan, Italy, and as they go like they normally do to Kemet or to Egypt, what they was doing was they was looking for the riches of the gods or the Nuts or the pharaohs and their tombs, whether it be King Tut or what have you. They didn't find his until the early 1900s or what was it, 1904, 1907, 1907, 11, somewhere around in there. But let's go back to this here Bimbine tablet. In this Bimbine tablet, when they into the tomb, now we're not talking about the tablet, and we're dealing with two different things here. We're dealing with a mummy and we're dealing with a tablet. All right. On the chest of the mummy, there were 2 tarot cards. Now keep in mind that It was all open. And as I do the history of tarot in upcoming videos, depending upon the support, that because it's a lot of time spent in putting these things together. It's not like you just go and do a live video and boom, you just start talking about something. No, it's a lot of time, a lot of hours. This portion I've been working on for the past 7.5 months. That way I can give some reference points to where you can go and get this information. If I had the production studio available and already ready to go right now, I can show you these images as opposed to just tell about them. So on the chest of this mummy, it was the mummy of Asa, was 2 tarot cards and a papyrus that was a mixture of copper, gold, and silver. And this was dipped in an acid to come up with this bronze texture that they created the Bimbine tablet. And it came out of Kemet. Now, this Bimbine tablet was created by ancient Egyptians or Kemetians. So as I'm talking about these 2 cards that was on the chest of this mummy, there were 2 cards. The Tower and the Death card. Now, in traditional tarot right now, we know when we see the Death card, death means what? Endings and transformation. Endings in this life and spiritual transformation or afterlife. We say spiritual transformation in traditional tarot. From an ancient Egyptian standpoint, the death, this person you see on the horse right here, I'm going to show y'all how it has relations to the wounded warrior, as well as the food and the wounded warrior. So the death represents endings. This card was on one side of the chest of the mummy, and the death was on the tower was on the other side. And inside of this here, the mummy or Asa was placed in a tomb, which symbolizes death. So when they found the mummy on the chest of this mummy was these 2 cards. Death, which symbolizes endings in this here lifetime, and spiritual transformation or afterlife. Okay, I don't want to get ahead of myself. And then you got the other one, which was the Tower. And when you look at the Tower, when you look at this image, this is the tradition. This is the tarot of the European. This is not the same card that was found on the chest. It's just like anything else they'll steal from us. They'll steal from our ancient parents. So this tower, it was one of the pyramids, right? And it's clearly there on the Bimbine tablets. Not a tower that you're looking at here, but a pyramid and a tomb. All right, so that's those 2 cards. So now, if you go and grab you a tarot deck, we want to go in the order, but I'm going to go and read something to you right here. Since the ancient of time, divination, spirits, gods, we say, the Europeans say goddess. The Kemetics, they didn't. This word goddess did not exist. It was the high priestess and the priest. The high priest and the high priestess. So we'll just say what I got here: spirits, gods, goddesses, or high priestesses, kings and queens. That's the European version of the cards. They were added to the 54 cards, okay? So the priest and the high priestess life, the priest and the high priestess was more pertaining to life after death, endings and beginnings, right? All right. This fascinated hundreds of millions of people over the years, this tarot. Now, tarot, as we know it today, has a long history dating back to Egypt, like I said. Long before the European civilizations was known to the world, the Egyptians or the Kemetites or the Kemetians culture centered around these two things mainly: magic or Heku and spiritual. The high priestess and the priest of Kemet or Egypt centered around the concept of the afterlife and death and magic. Magic meaning that the ancient Egyptians knew that they had the power that they tapped in from the divine or Nut, which is where you see the woman, if you will, the feminine figure that you see Nut, the goddess Nut, over the whole entire cosmic. That's feminine energy. For those who are just coming in, let me go back and do just a little recap so that y'all can get caught up on where we are already. Now, just remember this here now. Always remember this. Many of us today in modern time, we refer to the universe as Mother Universe. All right. I say in my book, The Great Mother. Now, I'll be doing another video on my Facebook channel. I did one and they took it down that was called The Great Mother. All right. Please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel as you're coming in. And if you can contribute $1.99, the less than the cost of a cup of coffee, I would appreciate that, because I'm not doing no extended videos. I don't do extended videos. This is just my way of saying, hey, I'm giving this information out, even though it took a lot of time to compile it and research, but I'm not doing no extended videos, nor am I going to do a live stream where people be charging $30 and $40. The information that I'm giving y'all now is priceless. I'm just trying to upgrade my studio so that I can give more information in the future, but in a way that I can share screens and things of that nature, right? So we say we say universe, I say the Great Mother. We refer to Earth as Daughter Earth, right? We refer to nature as what? Mother Nature, right? So even if we stop right there, we can see the infinite power of the feminine energy, of the divine feminine energy. Just right there, just those three references right there. Mother Universe, Daughter Earth, and Mother Nature. Those are all divine feminine energy forces. When I add in, as I go along with the tarot application, you're going to see where they switched up a lot of shit. And I'm what I call a self-proclaimed spiritual researcher and spiritual investigator. No, I want y'all to go out. I have my sister Karen right here, one of my moderators. I have two. My other sister is Monique Hill in California, and my sister Karen here is from, she's from the Midwest, but she's out in Arizona. Now, she was in the live video You're not going to find this nowhere else on YouTube, in no platforms, no news, no ABC, no CBS, or none of this, what I'm going to tell you. I saw the pandemic 3 years before there was a pandemic. I did the video. It's on my Facebook page right now. I'm only saying this as a spiritual investigator or a seer or one who has been given the gift to see things long before it takes place. Just a common, I say commons, a lot of people that know me say, King, no, you ain't nowhere near no common dude. But I told people about the virus. I told people about don't take the shot. I got 2 videos on YouTube, on Facebook that simply says, don't take the shot. Years before you knew anything about COVID. The first person you ever heard to say cover up 19 is coming. I told everybody that there was going to be a global lockdown. I'm saying this for a reason. Global lockdown. Long before they locked the planet down. I told everybody not to take the shot. I told everybody about the zombies. I told everybody about the 2 labs before any of your politicians started talking about Wuhan and gang of functions and the lab there in the military base there in North Carolina. I told everybody those 2 labs. October 15th, 2017. That's the timestamp. The video is there on my Facebook page. Now, I told everybody about the crashing of the stock market and all of this stuff. But anyway, let me get back to this here. So that's those energies right there. Now let's go further. There are 4 elements in creation. We like to say the first family of creation. And the first family of creation is these 4 elements: fire, water, air, and earth. This came from Kemet. This knowledge, this information derived out of Kemet, not Europe, not your newscast. From a tarot standpoint, these elements known as wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. From a constellational standpoint, of which you will see the goddess Nu stretched out over the universe, the cosmic, right? We say over these constellations, you have 12 of these constellations. Although in Kemetic history, we know that there are 3 seasons and not 4 seasons. When you add the 4th season in daylight saving time, that's why sometimes you have the season overlap. But this energy force is a feminine energy force. And tarot, we have your fire signs, your air signs, your water signs, and your earth signs. Earth refers to pentacles in tarot. These 4 elements only daughter Earth a feminine energy. We say Geb. That's the masculine aspect of Earth. Geb, and we have daughter Earth. Only daughter Earth has yet to regain her sacred status as a result of the abuse of power, because for over 2,000 years now, they have replaced this feminine energy through religions and use and refer to it as masculine. Let me give you an example. I just shared with you, and I'm going to get back to it. This symbolizes universal balance and order. We say Ankh, right? At the top of the Ankh, now we're talking tens of thousands of years before the cause. And I've shared this in many videos on Facebook, but I'm gonna share it here with y'all because I'm gonna show y'all how when I come back to the third video next Sunday, and every Sunday I'll be dealing with the divine feminine energy. We'll get to the divine masculine later on, but I want to just focus on the divine feminine because that's what the war is against right now, consciously. I talk about the war on consciousness that goes back over 2,000 years when they changed the concept of the divine feminine energy force. Back to this long before the cross. At the top of this, now, regardless of what your religion, because you're talking to an ex-pastor here. I get it. I didn't know a lot of this stuff. I left the pulpit in 1999 in December. The Ankh. At the top of this here ancient symbol, if you will, before it's actually seen in Kemet, it was seen in South Africa, right? However, along the Nile, you have Tahuti, Taseti, you have Kush, you have Ethiopia, you have these. So check it out. On the Ankh at the top, this represents, listen to me good, this represents the feminine energy. This is your planet, this is mother universe at the top. All right. And in the middle, we call this here the sacred portal womb. That's what the ancients called it. All of your history come out from Western Europe and all of Europe and all over the rest of the planet. It came out of Kemet. By now, you can go and research and do it on your own, but that's a fact. Now, so you have Mother Universe. This is the sacred portal womb of the melanated woman. Some say the black God woman. I don't use the word black because it's not a color. It means void and it dull and whatever. It doesn't mean anything. So this is a portal, the womb, the sacred womb. There is no greater sacred place on the planet, no more safer and sacred place on the planet than the womb of the melanated woman. A child, we're talking feminine energy. See, I'm already tied in the woman. The child, all of us, we exited this portal. You cannot prove no person, no human being ever came out of the dirt. You can't prove that no human being came from a European man in a book about 2,000 years ago when they started talking about this here called Adam. I can do a whole other lecture on that part. All right. You can't get from a universal standpoint. When we talking universe, we talking trillions of years, billions of years. When we're talking about religion, we talk about a few centuries. So you can't take the universe and a sacred portal or a sacred womb and then have a man instead of this sacred womb is put to sleep by a God. And if that God came from the universe, that's feminine. That's why we say nu. Right? All right. So the concept of the woman from a man's rib is scientifically, nature or naturally or universally, totally a myth. It's just impossible. You can't find it. All right. So this is the balance. As above, so below. Positive, negative. Feminine, masculine. You exit the portal womb, the sacred womb, and you exit either masculine or feminine. Nobody exits the sacred womb with a vagina and a penis. You're either going to be a man when you grow up or you're going to be a woman when you grow up. That's universal order. What they did, the war on the feminine energy by way of religion, hit that like button, subscribe button as you come in. And if you got $1.99, Cash App information is there. That'll let me know whether you're doing this here, because there's a lot of research and there's a lot of history involved with them. And I haven't even really got started. And it's going to take me several videos to get this information out. Over the past 2,000 years, by way of religions, they have taken this here eternal universal order. You have universal laws first, universal principles and concepts, precepts, or what have you. They took this here sacred symbol of the universe representing the feminine energy of creation and the sacred portal. And they religions, when they found out about our history, when they come into the Europeans first come in to Africa, if you will, modern day Africa, and before it was Nubia. And they come in Nubia, which is modern day Sudan. That was the first interactions that they had with our people, so to speak. All right. And at that time that they came in and saw, there was a woman sitting as a pharaoh. And this woman pharaoh, when these Europeans, when these Caucasoids, when these Anglos, when they saw that, they were shocked. God damn, I'm just paraphrasing. Damn. A woman is the head of all of this greatness that they looking at. They didn't have on clothes. It was the rule and the authority of the divine feminine energy of that woman pharaoh that sat on that throne when they first found out about this. Now, think about it today. You will not find a European globally that will say they would rather have the woman to rule them. I'm not talking about Margaret Thatcher, and I'm not talking about the new Prime Minister England. I'm not talking about that. She only replaced the Queen politically to carry out. I don't want to even get into that. So what they did was, by way of religion, turn this symbol. It's like taking the universal order and flipping it, making what? The masculine, or the penis, we say, the masculine energy of this here sacred symbol, the top or head over the feminine universal order, Alice, throwing everything off balance. Damn. Throwing everything off balance. Every religion on the planet, especially the big three, which covers over 80% of the religious followers on this planet. That would be Christianity, Islam, and Judaism. The man, masculine, is over the woman, feminine. The man is the head over the wife. The wife is the head over the children, and Christ is the head over the man. You will only find that in one book. You will not find that nowhere else on the planet. And that book is only a few centuries. When I say a few, about 1650 to 1700 years. That's it. This is tens of thousands. So now the war against the divine feminine It's been going on now over 2,000 years. So what did Mother Universe do? Okay, we're going to set shit back in order. What we're going to do is we're going to start removing all of these masculine energies. You got more women that's the head of household. More women are the head of household than men. Most of your top paying jobs now, headed now, especially with people of color like us, is headed by the woman, not a man. More masculine men that's supposed to be the head over the woman, more masculine men, they're not even in the home. They're deadbeats. Thank the ancestors that yours truly, I was there to see all of mine exit that sacred womb, even as a Christian. That's very important to me. Because why? Whether you're a man or a woman, you can embody, because you got masculine and feminine energy coming out of the same sacred portal. So those brothers, those men, if you will, who stayed there and took care of their children, took care of their families, we embodying what is called feminine energy, not deadbeat, masculine energy. Another case in point, when you think about the power of the divine feminine, any man that's embodying feminine energy, if he's married or if he's in a committed relationship or in the same house with a woman, feminine energy as well, normally before he does anything that is going to affect that household, he'll go to her, baby, what do you think about this? Because she's more wiser. The Bible refers to wisdom as what? She, not he. Even the brothers that are in the home and they are operating more in their masculine energy, they're going to always ask that woman before they do things. Unless they are just told, and that's if they balance. This is all about balance. Universal order, universal balance. Unless they are operating strictly and solely by masculine energy that they've been taught by way of religion. All right, so now let me get back to this here. So of these four elements, only daughter Earth is yet to regain her sacred status. This is due to the fact that, like I said, for over 2,000 years, man has created these religions that places masculine energy over feminine energy, or the man over the woman. Now, back to this tarot, for those that are just getting in. Since the ancient of time, divination, as we call it, spirits, gods, goddesses, kings, priests, and high priestesses, life after death, endings and beginnings, has fascinated hundreds of millions of people when we talk about tarot now. Hundreds of millions of people over time. Tarot, as we know it today, has a long history dating back to the Egyptians. Long before European civilizations was known to the world. The Egyptians or Comedians culture was centered around these things right here. Magic, spirituality, afterlife, and death. Right? That was the divination associated with the ancients. 2,700 years ago, 4,700 years total. Back in I think it was in 1700s, some Italian explorers, when Rome ruled king, they found a mummy hot. And this mummy that they found, it had on the chest of this mummy these two cards, the death card and the tower card, on the chest of a mummy. A mummy was found dating back over 2,700 years BCE for the Common Era, the equivalent of 4,700 years to the date. All right. Had two tarot cards. I just read over that and showed y'all that. But now these two cards, the tower card and the death card, it was a picture of a tomb on the Feminine tablet that I went over already. I'm going to go further because I'm trying to get back to something else. I'm just kind of recouping for those that are in here now that wasn't in here. So there was another mummy that they referred to as the mummy of Asa, wrapped in mummy's clothes, right? Symbolizing death or the death card. History proves that the Egyptians mummified their royals, preparing them for the afterlife experience or travel or journey. That's a fact. Now, I'll go in the next video and talk about the chariot card, of which when you see that chariot card, always remember, when you see the chariot card in tarot, I think I got it over here somewhere. I wanted to. All right. Go at any traditional tarot card and look at the chariot. Now, we know that the ancient comedians built a boat that was to escort the priests, the high priestesses, and the pharaohs on their afterlife journey. And that boat had particular things in it for their travel and their journey. So look at a tarot card, traditional tarot card. Look at the bottom. At the top, that represents that boat, because I'm going to share with in these videos, I'm going to share with y'all that they changed every damn thing. It was already 54 original images on the Feminine tablet, 27 years BC. But now, if you look at the chariot card, I want you to look at it. What do you see at the bottom? You see Egyptian. I don't care what chariot card you get. Let me see if I can get another deck, and I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Now, if it was of European origin, Europeans didn't have nothing to do with the ThAnkhs. They didn't have nothing to do with these images. We find this chariot card. I'm going to show you on another deck. Because this energy of the divine feminine force is about to be restored. Because daughter Earth is only of the four family of creational elements that has not regained her sacred status. And that's what Mother Universe stepping in now. That's why we entered into a whole new cosmic cycle. December 21st, 2021. Add it up, you get 9. Ending. Hold on. I want to show you two. And then that way, when y'all go and you're on YouTube and you're looking at those who are, the tarot readers, anytime y'all see the death card, I want y'all to remember this video, because I'm going to go further here in just a second. Where's my card? Oh, no wonder I'm using a different deck. Okay, it's the same. You got this one. There it is. Two different decks. Now, this is the chariot, because they prepare for the afterlife journey and travel in a boat. not a chariot. The chariot symbolizes on earth war. But boat, when you think about water, that's an element. Hold on. Two different tarot cards. I don't care what tarot card I pull out, traditional tarot card, you're going to see masculine and feminine energy right here. The purity represents the feminine. That's the feminine energy. That's the feminine energy. The masculine energy, that's the masculine energy. Now, okay. Now I got that out of the way, I can move forward. And there's a reason why I'm going to be doing these videos. Somebody inboxed me as soon as I put it on YouTube and Facebook earlier today. Somebody says, oh, here we go. How you going to prove that? All right, hold on. All right. So in Kemetic time, it was no such thing as a queen or goddess. It was called high priestess. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Hold on, Dad. All right. Now check this here out. You'll never find the word queen or king in ancient Kemet. You'll never find the word gods. You will find nuts, you'll find priest, and you'll find high priestess. All right, now let's go forward. You have what is called the butterfly in the food card. Butterfly. The butterfly in the food card is merely the bee from the Bimbine tablet, which symbolizes the king or the priest of Tarot, or B, which is the king of Lower Egypt. Bee or butterfly means transformation. You notice that bees, get this now, see, our ancient parents, they've been on to this shit for thousands of years. You don't see a bee year round. You don't see a butterfly year round. They don't. They go through what is called a spiritual transformation and they return. Now, if I'm lying, you can go log off this video. You'll never find a bee or a butterfly in the winter in snow and ice, ever. And they're not dead. Bees, they were like bears. They will hibernate. And then they return in its proper season. Hold on. The season of emergence, as far as ancient Kemetic. All right. Now check this here out. So the butterfly means transformation and the bee means transformation. But it was the bee that was on the Bimbine tablets in ancient Kemet, where these two cards was found on the chest of a mummy hot. Now, a royal of Kemet. Hiero is Greek. You get the word hieroglyphic. They're talking about the writings in Kemet. We didn't say hiero, we said Medu Necher. Medu Nrgy. That's the universal language. Nrgy, because there were no vowels used in the Medu Nrgy script. So your A, E, I, O, U, and Y, you're not going to find that, right? So you just take those vowels out and you get ENTR or Nrgy, which symbolizes and means nature or what? Mother Nature. Hold on. So the Hierophant, we're getting ready to go somewhere. The Hierophant is the consortium or the counterpart or the husband in the masculine energy to the High Priestess. I'm going to show you in just a second here. All right, so Hiero from the word Medu Nrgy is also given to the name of the Hierophant in tarot, the consortium or the counterpart of the High Priestess, both feminine and masculine energy. Now, remember I said that Hierophant. Now, let me show you this. The food starts a soul's journey. The food starts a soul's journey, a spiritual journey, spiritual transformation, spiritual journey, the food. And it's got 0 there. But where you see this sun at now, y'all, this food don't look like this here on the Bimbine tablets in ancient Kemet that they found, all right? This sun represents Ra. There was no dog in this food card in ancient Kemet. But anyway, the food, that's 0. Remember, I told y'all there's 3 things that ancient Kemet prepared for and they indulged in. And that was magic, spirituality, death. The food is 0. This in Kemet is a symbolic energy of the feminine. A man can't start nowhere on this planet without the what? The sacred womb of the woman, the portal. All right. So the food is 1. That's a feminine energy. Hold on for a second. After that, magic, Heku. That's the magician. This card is on the Bimbine tablets, but not like this. Nobody on this planet got their magic. Everybody got it from Kemet. And who did they get it from? Who did they get it from? The High Priestess. Who was her counterpart? The Hierophant. Hieroglyphs. There was no empress and emperor in Kemet. Never. And the other court cards, as far as kings and queens, they were not there. Now, if you look at these cards in order of what they are, you got what? The High Priestess and the Hierophant. The High Priestess card is 2, right after the Magician. This is the most powerful and feminine energy other than this one. And she works with Heku, the magician, magic. That's why they got the look 0, 1, and 2. She, the magician, is a high priestess. She knows all the secrets on the planet. Nothing is hidden from her on the earth. Nothing. Because she's connected to any tarot reader will tell you the high priestess knows everything, all secrets, right? And she's a spiritual being, which means that she's connected to the elements, the universe, fire, water, air, and earth, the family. The magician has all the tools of tarot. Pentacle, cups, sword, wand, infinite. And the ancient Kemetic Bimbine tablets, this magician is a high priestess. That's why they, in other words, that's why they can't say, well, damn, you know, how are we going to take a woman? You know, we can't do that, because if we do that at some point in time, you know, the world is going to catch up with what we're doing, right? So you got that high priestess. Her consortium or counterpart is the Hierophant. Anytime you see that word Hiero, that's Kemet. Hierophant. Hiero. Hieroglyphics. Medu Neture. Spiritual being. He's number 5. So the woman is first, not Adam. They're telling you in tarot who has the power when it comes to energy. The woman. Let me go a little further. So then you get 3 and 4. You get 3 and 4 because what they did was they took spirituality that was connected to the high priestess, the Hierophant, and they made him number 5. Spirituality out of our system, which was governed and headed by, at the time that they knew about us, a woman sat on the throne. And then they took 3 and 4. They skipped over the Hierophant with the high priestess. Let me show y'all this bullshit. They used our own magic against us. There it is right there. That's the couple. That's the consortium. That's the counterpart. That's the masculine and the feminine. That's universal balance, universal order. All right. So somebody told me on the inbox, man, you're going to fuck around. You're going to get them folks out to you for trying to change the tarot. It didn't come out of Milan, Italy. Tarot. All right. So you got the emperor and the empress, man and woman. Who's more powerful in tarot than the emperor and the empress? It's these two individuals. It's these two energies. Which one of these energies first? You can't get no woman coming from no man. Feminine. That's why she's 2 and they got him as 5, because they stuck these 2 in there because it wasn't but 54. So they stuck these 2 in here, adding on to their 78. All right. Let me go a little further and I'm going to be done here. This is just balance. And the justice card is number what? 11. Mastery. We refer to, on the Europeans and on this here planet, they refer to, they don't say man justice, they say what? Lady justice. Now check this here out. I want y'all to show, I'm going to show y'all how they tricked and they did this here. They turned this shit upside down and said that the masculine energy is head over the feminine energy. Now check this here out. They got a man, masculine, sitting on the throne because of justice, because they want to say that the man is over the woman. That's a universal fucking lie. Not only that, anywhere you go on this planet, in America especially, you will never see, you will always see what? Lady Justice. They don't have no Statue of Liberty with no Dan at the top. She welcomes all of the poor and all of this here, right? And then say no man. So you don't have these two individuals in the traditional ancient tarot. They don't even exist. Period. Okay. We found out just looking at the tarot card. You ain't got to ask me. Look at the tarot card. Feminine, masculine. Egyptian. This chariot is really in ancient Kemet, the boat that they would put, that y'all see, that they would travel to the afterlife, right? Here they give you a chariot. There was no chariot in these here ancient 54 tarot images on the Bimbine tablets. This dude here, this knight, that's the wounded warrior. I prove it as I go further in these videos, depending upon the support, because it's a lot of time for put into this here. But this represents an ancient Kemet death. This represents spiritual transformation, afterlife. That's why when you see people reading tarot, they say what? In the death card, somebody's going through what? Spiritual transformation. Magic, spirituality, death, afterlife. The death card, these two cards, the tower on the Bimbine text, these two cards was found on the mummy's chest. The death card, I'm going to post it on my Facebook page. I'll probably post it here on YouTube as well. The death card and the tower. The tower was the tomb and the pyramid image. And the center of the Bimbine tablets, was what? The high priestess. The great mother, representing Mother Universe. She's got connection to the universe like nobody else. This her dude, this her husband. Not this dude. He didn't even exist. This is a European image. The core cards, as far as the kings, the queens, they telling us, which is bullshit, when you embody all of the queens, you are at empress status. You still ain't no damn high priestess. High priestess got way more spiritual authority and power. Empress is on the earth. She represents the portal from a European standpoint. Fertility. Of all the queens, let me show it to you. I can show it to you better than I can tell it to you. Of all the queens, wait a minute. Of all the queens, I'm going to show y'all something. This is the power of the feminine energy. Here you go. This, the magician is holding, look at this here now. On the table, you see all of the elements. That's why they say When the magician card comes out, you have the tools to manifest anything that you want, right? Because you got the pentacle, the cup, the sword, the wand, but there's the wand. They changed it. Let me show you something. This flag was not on the Bimbine. The wounded warrior had a wand. He worked magic. Moses carried a staff. It was a wand. They didn't carry staffs in Kemet. Why he was able to part the Red Sea and all. That's a whole nother lecture. In the beginning, the food card representing Asa, preparing for the afterlife, right? How much difference in this here food? On his back, on his shoulder, that is not a stick with his damn lunch bag. That's a wand. The most powerful queen that they say in tarot is the Queen of Wands. Fire element. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. What does she have? The wand. Anybody tell you that the Queen of Wands, they'll say, ooh, the Queen of Wands and the Queen of Wands in reverse do what? She do what? Sometimes they'll tell you now spell work or magic. When you see her like this, with this right here, it's all fear, just like everything else. They tell you when you see the Queen of Wands in this position, somebody working magic on you. That may be true because you got light and dark workers, light workers and dark workers. But now let me show you something, though. Let me show you something. That they don't tell you. And we're going to be out of here. Ain't nobody got $1.99. We good, though. Y'all get the first one free, though. That's all good. Hold on. Anytime that you look at tarot and they're doing readings and they're doing all the zodiac signs, they're going to always start with what? Aries, the wand. Aries is depicting this image right here, represent Eyem. At the foot of the hill of the mountains of the moon in Uganda, modern day Uganda. I'm going to read the Queen of Wands. Energetic, vicarious, strong, courageous, passionate, funny, independent, confident, optimistic, outgoing, assertive, sexy, chaotic. And that word chaotic comes from one of the images that is on the Bimbine tablets that is representing Sekhmet. Chaotic, hot-tempered, forgetful, efficient. Now, when she, according to traditional tarot European wise, when she's in reverse, now watch this here. Pushy, demanding, overbearing, self-righteous, busy, and bully. And they said that she is the one that takes that wand in reverse and work magic. That's what she's supposed to do. The feminine energy is the most powerful energy force on the planet. She represents the mother universe. She represents spirituality. She represents death and spiritual transformation, afterlife, and the return thereof. Why? Her sacred portal womb. Mother Nature. It don't say Father Nature. They say Father Time. No. You can't have Father Time when you got a Mother Universe. The reason why I wanted to do these on my YouTube channel is because at the ending of what we call the fool's journey, your soul, your car, your body, your spirit. This. Let me finish reading a couple of things for y'all. In the Bimbine tablet, you're going to find cups. Now, don't forget now, in the center of the Bimbine tablet, you have in the center, which represents balance. you're going to find a high priest. We're talking about centuries, thousands of years before the Europeans was even civilized. And that Bimbine tablet that they found, that Italian explorer from Milan, I have his name for y'all in the next video. In the center of it, the balance of it, is the high priestess. Cups and pinnacles are found on the Bimbine tablets. Food of the Visconti, or the Forza tarot of 1450s shows exposed style of the food. You don't see his style. But I'm telling you, in 1450, Visconti is the Italian explorer from Rome, right? That was, you know, when Rome once ruled Kemet. Visconti, in his depiction of the food in the 1450, shows the exposed thighs of the food. His leg is being bitten by a cat or some sort of an animal, like in the picture, the thighs being bitten. Now, if the thigh is being bitten, and this damn right here, that's not what Visconti saw. This dog, they put that dog there, but I'm reading to you from the Bimbine tablet, and it's telling you that there was a cat-like. It wasn't a dog. And the Rider-Waite deck of 1910, LeFou, there's a dog with a fool in the Marcellus tarot of 1710. I just told y'all 4,700 years ago. So all of this is nonchalant. And the Marcellus tarot, and these are where you begin to get these image change and these depictions, and they simply taking it away from who? The power of the divine feminine energy. In the Marcellus tarot of 1710, a cat or an animal is biting the thigh of the fool. The fool has a sword in his left hand, not no damn stick with his lunch bag, not a flower. You see this flower? It's right. The fool is dressed in armor as a knight or a king or a warrior, and the dog-like or fox-like animal is clearly biting the fool, the thigh of the fool, or the royal warrior. He's not dressed like this. That's a European outfit. Original fool on depicted on the Bimbine tablets was dressed in armor. And on his thigh, a portion of his thigh was bitten off by a animal-like beast that was like a cat-like or a fox-like beast. It was a wild beast. I saw the image. Biting the thigh of the fool or the royal warrior, and Marcellus tarot, even 1650. The Fisher King guarding the Holy Grail, depicted as the wounded warrior. This fool was the wounded warrior. Being welcomed by the Fisher King, or who? The Pharaoh. In the 14th century, is clearly wounded and can't stand. The wounded warrior, he couldn't stand. He was coming in there. That's why he came in on what? That horse. But anyway, riding in on a horse, dressed as a knight. I showed y'all that. There it is. This card was one of the two cards that was on the chest of the mummy. Hot. And I saw, along with the tower on the chest of a mummy thousands of years before you ever knew 78 cards in a deck called tarot. The wounded warrior from fighting in many battles. The wounded warrior. The rod on the fool's shoulder is a fishing rod in those decks, not a sword. The Tarot of Mylan, tarot cards supposedly derived from, so in other words, the origin of what we call the tarot cards today, it came out of Mylan. Where is Mylan? In Rome, in Italy. Who ruled Kemet for centuries? Rome. From the playing cards in Italy since the 15th century arrived from Egypt in 1370. So in 1370, that's where they found the mummy and these two cards on the chest of the mummy in 1370. Vertina cards with 36 cards. The rest was found with the tablet. The Trenton deck had 42 cards in the 14th. Playing cards come from ancient Kemet. I can prove it to you. The game of chess and all of this. So regular playing cards is of Kemetic origin. And there's 54. Go get any deck of cards. Come on now, y'all. You got to read between the lines of these people. Go get any playing deck card, you're going to have what? 54. You play spades, you go buy a deck of cards, 54. Turkey playing cards, predating Rome, shows the 7 of cups, the 9 of coins, or 9 of pentacles, and theirs. That's called the Mamo cards of Turkey. Man, the Rider-Waite is carrying Don Perry pack. Machiavelli is another one of the Italian explorers, if you will, in Rome. Machiavelli. Go and research Machiavelli. The Serene Abbess, giant in England. That's another tarot English, European deck. The Long Man of the Wilmington in the 19th century has the staff or god. The staff of a god. And the Bimbine tablet of Egypt, all the images shows the gods, the priestess, the priest, and it carries a rod or a magic wand. And it's a woman on the throne. The power of the divine feminine energy is being restored by the universe because daughter Earth is the only of the first element of the first family of creation to have yet regained her sacred status. Because the masculine energy on the planet says that the masculine is the head over the woman, feminine. It can't be because this is the universe, mother universe. This is the sacred womb of woman. You ain't gonna find no man with no sacred a womb period unless he done went out and had his sex changed, had his organs changed. So when I tell people when I do readings, of course I'm not going over all this history with them. But I pull on the energy. I ask Mother Universe. I ask Spirit. I ask Source to give me the intuitive energy. To give me the intuitive energy of who? The High Priest. Because she's all knowing. Ain't no secrets. She's connected to the moon elements. How do I know that? Look at her feet. The drape that she's wearing is blue, which means that she's all about love, emotion. She knows all the emotions of everybody, know all of your secrets, right? And we know what the moon card represents. Not to mention, when you look at it real good here, look at that image real good. Look at her nose, look at her lips, look at her eyes. That's supposed to be the unk in her chest, right? And look up over her head. That's Kemetic. That's Kemetic. The dark podium and the light podium, that's death. Hold on. It's the same image in this card right here that was found. Look at this image now. She holds the key. The feminine energy. I did a video on my Facebook channel a few years back, and I was telling everybody that one day you're going to see the rise again of the melanated woman. She's going to take on this here energy, not only high priestess, but of Sekhmet, Nut, Hathor, Seshaphat, the cow mother that is depicted in all of the images that you see, even in Jesus Christ's birth, the original photo or picture depicting the birth of Jesus. That artist, I'll call his name if I think of it, ain't important. But in the top right-hand corner that's looking down over that manger and where Jesus is the cow mother, Hathor, the surrogate mother of all of your Nuts or your pharaohs. Everything is transferring and shifting and transforming back, whereas the earth has got to come back into balance and order. That's what we call redeeming daughter earth. When they say that one quote, Jesus Christ is fat. Mama Universe. Because it's going to take fire, water, and air to totally dismantle this masculine energy of being in control. Now, let me say it to you like this here. I'm getting ready to, time is it? I'm getting ready to do another live on my Facebook page. And on that Facebook page, all I'm talking about is what just took place with the king, the queen, because this is going to be the beginning. Because see, it was this woman's family. Am I closing? Power. Listen to it. The queen had more power than any male on the planet. That British and England empire dates back over 1,000 years, right? She was the last of their royal monarch. They once ruled over 60% of the planet. The king, her son, he ain't gonna last long. I go back and get a news clip, I'm gonna find it and I'm gonna post it. That even the news anchors are saying, go now when you go and listen to talk about King, whatever his name is, Charles. They says, well, even though his reign, listen to the code words, even though his reign is going to be short-lived versus his mother, These folks is responsible for the deaths. And in my live video on Facebook, I'm going to go down and show y'all and tell y'all every damn nation that this woman and her family was responsible for invading, colonizing, murdering, and killing. But he's known, her son is definitely known around the world as a murderer because he did what? He murdered a feminine energy that was well beloved. He had her murdered. His own damn wife, Diane. Do the numbers. The universe speaks in numbers. Do the number of the Queen Elizabeth and Diane. It's going to shock the shit out of you. I've already done it. So this masculine energy in his son is going to be short-lived. It's going to be short-lived. You getting ready. See, now you got to realize something now. At her death, we was given this feminine energy of a woman on interest on her money. $200 million a month. She and her family used to own 1/3 of all of Africa. 28% to be exact. So now all of these colonized countries, even like the United States, these nations are going to be rising up in a revolt because they're going to say, why? We want our original language. We want to rule our own land again. That's why I did the video when she first passed, the same day that she passed. I said, I wonder if she put in her will that it's really this here beloved queen, this shit. Did she put in her will, give back all that was taken from these nations, especially they raped Africa in the Berlin Conference. They raped Africa. Took every goddamn thing that wasn't tied down and conquered it. And that's why the majority of the land, all of the land, these folks, the British, the English, which they are both the same family, all of their land that they conquered in Africa, all these nations, they speak English. All of the lands that they conquered, listen to me, they conquered 90% of the nations and covering all 7 continents. Mama Universe is getting ready to restore everything back to balance and back to order, utilizing the power energy force of the divine feminine. There's so much more that I want to share and so much more I'll share. And it all depends on, because I'm working on not only a website, but I'm working on my Patreon. So if you go to Patreon, it's going to cost you a little bit just to be a member. Everybody does it. So don't look at me like, oh, see, there you go. Everybody does it. Because when you're looking at what I'm talking about, you ain't hearing a whole lot of this. When was the last time you heard somebody talk about the Bimbine tablets in detail? And if I had my studio ready, and it's my other room in the back that's under construction, that's what I'm working on. So I can show it to you. Now you can go on YouTube right now, and there's a few videos that you will find on there talking about the Bimbine. Write it down, BEMBIE. Then come back to me and say whether or not I'm telling you the truth, even based on their own history. Tarot is not a European origin. It didn't come out of Milan, Italy. It's Kemetic origin. And the head of this is the feminine energy, the high priestess. The most powerful card to me, the deck of tarot, is this card right here. I would rather see this here card than any card in tarot. And if I want to see any masculine card with that High Priestess, all of your secret societies is based on this card right here. All of your secret societies is based on this card right here. And when you look at the order, the universal language is numbers. Any nation on the planet, they may speak a different language, got different alphabet systems and all of that, but they all use the same numerical system that derived out of Kemet. Check this here out. You go back. This is the universal balance and order on the earth. Every secret society out of Europe is based on this card. And the information is coming from. And they're written. And when you look at the order of them now, this is one. My channel is called The Soul's Journey. And the reason why I call it The Soul's Journey is based on this card right here. This is the beginning of your soul's journey right here. We come here to learn less on a soul's journey, purpose, mission. And I just read to y'all from my notes from my book, The Great Mother That's Coming. This dude right here represents your soul's journey, the food. On the Bembine tablets, it's a B. Means endings and beginnings, spiritual transformation. Your soul has many lifetimes. And each one of these lifetimes, you had to come back and return through the sacred portal. Period. Now, in my closing, I want to auction this off. This is a gift from me to anybody that wants it. It's a beautiful plaque. It's called Unk Life. From my Unk and Craft Collections, LLC. The Unk and Crafts, LLC is the name of my business. Let me say this to you. I have had more Europeans to purchase this plaque, right? Even here locally, than our own people. Okay, I'm a businessman. They pay $200. I sell these to my people on the street for $139, $140. Today, and on this YouTube channel, and I tell everybody this every day, you can have this today for $75, half the what I sell it to our people for. Because this is energy. This is sacred. I know that there's 2 people in here that has one, and one person I'm going to send them another one because I told her that. And that's, I think it's Deneen. It may be Deneen, if that's the same person. $75. Now, if you inbox me here or leave in the comments if you're interested, only today you can get this here, $75. Now, if you wait till next Sunday, I promise you it'll be gone. This is the 3rd one this week that I've made, and I keep making them the same because people are wanting. Here locally in where I am in East Texas, this is their colors, purple and gold. That's our royal colors. $75. It hangs on the wall, and the finish is a glass light. You ain't gonna scratch it. It's solid wood. I also do these here on wedding plaques. So if you got a picture of yourself getting married or born baby, I'm doing one for a brother who's having a baby now. I'm just waiting on the baby to be born so that we can get the footprint and the handprint, and it's going to be on the plaque, and the parents' picture be on it. And it's going to be beautiful. Graduations, all of this here. $75. And it's worth every dime. It takes me 2 weeks to get this thing to this like this here. So I'm constantly making them because they're constantly selling, especially here locally. So that's another way that you can support the channel. And then, of course, those that know me, I do the jewelry. Right? My number one selling item right now, and I know why, is because 365 new books on spell works, magic, and witchcraft, and all of this shit. 367 new books this year in 2022 alone. My number one item that I sell now is this one. Evil Eye Protection, just like the one that I'm wearing. Evil Eye Protection. Only in my videos that I'm doing here do I allow these to go for $25. On the streets, they 40, and they snatch them up. Especially people that don't look like you and I, because here's the thing with these evil people. I'm just being honest. With our people can be evil as well. Now, don't get me wrong. But here's the thing. People know that, these people know that their time is almost up. Their rule, their power, their authority, all of this here shit is almost. So what they're doing now is anything that they can grab for protection other than their guns, they're doing it. You're going to see a revolt worldwide now that the queen is gone. These nations, these colonized nations that they still rule, I think there's a team that she still ran and controlled at the time of her death. Jamaica being one of them. And already Jamaica, South Africa was one of them. Y'all see the rebellion that's been going on down there for the past few years. They don't want these people ruling them no more. They don't want their languages. The number one language in America and anywhere that Britain and England, your book called the Bible is from her people. And we have never benefited from that book, especially from a spiritual standpoint. Yet it is the governing book of this land. In all of their criminal justice system, they use the Bible. It's 211 on the clock as I say that. And you're going to start seeing more revolts, more rebellion now that she's gone, because she was the last of this 1,000+ year monarchy and royal rule. They're responsible for killing more people on this planet than any other nation. They've invaded more nations on this planet, her and her family, than any other nation. And now the son is at the head. He's not going to. I'm just being honest with y'all. Remember this video. I'm not predicting. I don't do predictions. That's a warning. That's a fact. He's not going to last nowhere near as long as his mama. That's a universal fact. That's a spirituality fact. Because the universe now is shifting everything back into balance and order. And by the way, this is being prepared for someone. But by the way, you can get these handheld unks, and they're beautiful. They're 1 foot tall. I'm just being honest with y'all. I really do appreciate y'all allowing me to take up your time on this Sunday. Next Sunday, I might be on Patreon, and I'll let people know how you can become a member on the Patreon. You know, the little $3.99, $4.99, or what have you. And then these videos will be on that Patreon. And it's just going to take off. because it's very few people out here letting our people know some things in advance before they take place. Just like the same thing that I did with the pandemic, just telling everybody what was going to happen October 15th, 2017. It's still on my Facebook page, that video. They took it down 5 or 6 times. The universe keep putting it back up. Then I get the email saying that it's misinformation. How is it misinformation now after the fact? And we did have a virus. We did have a lockdown. They did force motherfuckers to take the shot. So I wouldn't be surprised if videos like this here, they're going to start taking down, because anytime that you go and start talking about stuff that like this here, that they claiming that's theirs, and we got the proof that it's not, and it didn't originate with them, and they own these platforms, they're going to censor me here too. Just like now I'm on my 6th Facebook page. 6. And I have more subscribers here than I do with Facebook, but then thousands of followers. Figure it out. I'm not going to keep starting over. Now I do the public teachings and lectures. That's going in the future. But I appreciate everybody stopping by. Just remember that the divine feminine energy is about to be restored, because daughter Earth must be brought back into her sacred status, along with the other 3 elements of the first family of creation: fire, water, and air. And then you go, and if it takes Mother Universe to have to send natural disasters, hurricanes, all these forest fires, all of this here shit, earthquakes, it's going to get worse. I tell people all the time, keep your eyes on the sky. That's where it's coming. Keep your eyes on Asia. We already saw what happened with Asia, pandemic. And keep your eyes on water. The water is coming. Not just affecting your bottled water, your drink. I'm talking about water. We already see what happened in Jackson, Mississippi. All right, that's just the beginning. That's bathtub water compared to the water that's coming. Because the planet is shifting. Mama Universe said, regardless of what happened, I'm going to bring daughter Earth back to balance. I'm going to bring daughter Earth and restore her back to her original order. I'm going to do that, period. So whether they like it or not, whether we like it or not, and let me tell you something, brothers and sisters that are operating in your masculine energy, you are one of Mother Universe's enemy. You're number 1 target, because why? You're violating abuse of power, your free will. You're violating the other energy that she gave us all, which is what? Love. And you're violating the divine feminine, man or woman. You're violating them when you do things to the divine feminine. Those of us who are embodying the divine feminine energy, we're on the winning side. Don't worry about what people has done to you. Don't worry about people who have ghosted you. Don't worry about people who have cheated on you, divine feminine man or woman. Our day is coming. All of the wealth of the riches of this planet is going to be shifted back to the divine feminine. And I know that we're not only close. I did the video the other day. We're in the 12th. And one of the ways that Mother Universe is doing what she's doing, Mama Universe has gone into a whole new cosmic cycle, 5D and above. And a lot of us is still stuck in what? The cycle or age that they call Pisces. That shit ended last year. 12, 21, 21. The universe communicates, and its language is numbers. Add up 12, 21, 21, you get 9. That was the closing of that cycle. consciously and spiritually seeing shit and calling shit only because why? I have moved forward with Mother Universe to the 5th dimension and beyond. Because these portals that are opening up now, they're ancient, and it allows you to see the past and the future. 9 in tarot represents endings. With that death card, it represents our ancient parents. They saw this, not Nostradamus. Our ancient parents saw this. And now I got people that look like me and you that are just basically hacking all of my pages, all of my platforms. But Mother Universe is stopping that shit. You're going to find people, listen, these masculine energies, whether they're a man or a woman now, these masculine energies that keep fucking with y'all, the feminine energy, masculine or feminine, man or woman, it doesn't matter. When you start, hold on. When you start seeing this here, just remember you heard it first from me. Go and look at any tarot reader online. You're going to see these 2 cards more than any other cards. You know why? Endings. People are going to be transitioning into their afterlife. Fucking with divine feminine going forward. So people that have been abusing you and using you, trust and believe the universe, not me. Trust and believe the universe. The universe is going to cause towers and ending. So if you have somebody that's been fucking with your energy and doing dark magic and spell work that you see online now, it's all in the open. The genie is out the bottle. The rabbit hole is deep. When you start seeing them die, oh, did you hear about this person? Did you hear about this person? See, the universe allowed these masculine energies to create these tower moments through these here vaccines, through these here pandemics and all of these viruses to cause what? This chaos. To cause what? Death. On this here horse, on this one, it is white, meaning spiritual transformation. But on another tarot card deck that's a couple of 100 years old, this horse on the death card, and some even today, that horse is black, symbolizing death. When you go in Revelation in the Bible, the rider on the horse, death, is a black horse. They found out about this information through who? The high priestess and Kemet, and the priest, the Hierophant. They know what's coming. They know they're in, and that's why they going and buying all this land and going and digging fucking caves and then mountains and shit. They're gonna be trying to run. And their own Bible says, and men and will be asking the mountain to fall on them. And so you ain't got to worry about asking the mountain to fall. Mother Universe gonna make them motherfuckers crash on y'all asses. They can't run and hide no more. They can't run and hide. Period. This feminine energy woman called the Queen was operating all of her life in masculine energy. Her body was cloned in 2020 during the pandemic. She was already out of there. And the organs in the cloned body failed. They thought she was going to live till she 100 and something. But you can't do that when dealing with Mother Universe, when you're dealing with Mother Nature and Daughter Earth. Your ass got to go. So when people who be fucking with your energy, divine feminine, playing in your energy, thinking that they can hide and they think that they can hide and get away with shit. No, just let yourself know that the high priest energy, and when they release, that when Mother Universe released the energy of Sekhmet, it's over with. That rocket that they sending up in space is supposed to go up to Mars. That's a one-way fucking mission. With what? A woman's clone body with female organs and one of those damn robots. No human on there. You know why they ain't got no humans on that motherfucker? Because it's a one-way fucking mission. Tesla, his shit went up. Mama Universe saying, stay here. That shit's over with. Stay your ass down here. Stay your ass down here. And the damn thing blew up seconds after liftoff. The same thing is going to happen with these masculine energies, man or woman, that's messing with the divine feminine. You're going to start seeing people lose their mind, get locked up, walk in the street homeless, out of their fucking mind, or dead. Somewhere in a mental institution. For doing what? Playing around, not only with the divine feminine, playing around with an energy that they don't know nothing about. Motherfuckers going on Google, Amazon, getting this shit magic, trying to do it on a divine feminine. That's a death wish. That's a death wish. I've had people close to me doing death spells, doing all kind of shit. I'm still here. One in particular serving a life sentence and now on suicidal watch just 2 years ago. I don't need to do that. I don't need to. There are light workers out here who have access to this. There are light workers out here who have access to this energy. They're using the elements of creation as light workers, not dark workers. Huge difference. A divine feminine is not going to abuse nobody. You will never find a divine feminine, even if it's a empress. You will never find a divine feminine that'll cheat on you. Never forget that. You'll never find a divine feminine. I don't give a fuck how they themselves. You'll never find a divine feminine energy that'll betray you. Because that empress energy is all about cups, love, fertility. She gives life. She don't take life. She represents that. And a divine masculine that's balanced he represents this stability. So when people out there talking, I'm a goddess, I'm a witch, I'm a priest, y'all better quit. When you know you'll never find a hold on. This is a spiritual being. Yeah, I know the secret societies has fucked up this here card and this energy. Anybody out there talking about they're a priest or a high priest, you'll never find these energies drunk, alcoholics, on drugs. These are spiritual beings that's connected to Mama Universe. These two energies is not going to take Heku or magic and use it against nobody, especially a divine feminine energy. Because if they do, they are violating right out of the gate 3 universal laws. Some people, for fucking with divine feminine energy, has violated 5 universal laws. This is why you don't see them no more. You don't hear from them no more. But guess what? You are what? Divinely and spiritually protected. They can't come back to you. I'll be doing a video for the divine masculine energy as well. There's a difference between divine masculine energy and masculine energy. There's a difference between divine feminine energy and feminine energy. You got a lot of masculine energy out that's reckless. And a lot of these folks don't be talking about the queen. The queen did this here. If your ass is a masculine or a feminine energy and you vibrating negative and doing all this shit, you are no better than the damn queen and everybody else that has did damage to us melanated people. You're a traitor to the universe. You're a traitor to spirituality. You're a traitor to the sacredness of the high priestess and the Hierophant energy. You're not spiritual beings. You can say it all you want. People are doing, all they're doing is creating tower after tower for themselves. And just like these 2 cards, chest of the money, all they doing is say, all right, Mother Universe, I'm ready for my afterlife. Come and get me. Because that's exactly what she's going to do. And many of us can sit back that are embodying the true divine feminine energy, because the masculine energy, that rule is over. They're leaving these religious establishments like it ain't shit. They're leaving the church. They're leaving the mosque. They're leaving the temples. Because why? Nobody could work their magic with the Spirit, Holy Ghost, or whatever and heal not one person with COVID-19. Not one. Name one person that y'all can say all this social media, YouTube, Instagram. Let me tell you something about it, because I used to be a pastor. If I was a pastor with social media out here now, and somebody came in here and showed me their documents and say, Pastor, I've diagnosed it with COVID and I don't feel good. If I can go with the Holy Spirit and with the documentation and go live, because Jesus said that you'll do greater works than he did, and go live, it's going to require magic. Heku. You're gonna need these 2 individuals in order to do anything pertaining these 3 Trinity. You're gonna need these three energies in order to heal somebody of COVID. And no pastor on this planet for the whole lockdown and the whole pandemic, and even with this monkey shit, nobody has healed nobody yet. If our people don't start waking up, this is Soul's Journey's channel and tarot. That's why I don't do videos. The soul is ancient and it spans several lifetimes, all because of the energy of the divine feminine and the sacred womb portal. So there we have it. Anybody got anything they want to comment on? Anybody got any questions before I go? I'll try to answer them to the best of my ability. I got to go and get ready for another live dealing with this Queen Bee and her family on my Facebook channel. You can follow me over there to Facebook. God bless you too, Rosalind Williams. St. Louis in the house. I see my sister Karen still here, if she's still here. But let me say this here to you. Transformation, spiritual transformation going forward. The pandemic is like a common cold to me from an energy and a spiritual and a cleansing standpoint. This pandemic thing is like the common cold to me. It's going to get 10 times worse. 10 times more people. You got to remember that there's a lot that they're not telling us. These are some evil ass people. And we're caught up, the majority of us, in this matrix that is masculine energy. And people are going to simply die, if you will, which simply means transformation in your afterlife experience by the Drew Loads. This death energy of those two cards that was on that mummy's chest in Kemet that they found. And then those 54 cards on that Bembine tablet in ancient Kemet that they found in the 1300s. 3,000 plus years after the information. Look, it's deep, but it's not deep. Your body, if you are not embodying these divine energies and these universal laws and principles that is attached to your soul, spirit, your car, and your body, you're not going to be able to stand in the future. You're not. It's just as simple as that. Because the soul is desiring something else, eternal and purpose. The flesh, the earth, that is the element of pennies. People will sell you out for a dollar bill, a debt note. That's all currency is. People will leave you for something that looks good and got some money and betray your ass, divine feminine. I'm telling you what I know. And then they're going to have to answer because they didn't know that you were a divine feminine. They thought you was just a human being getting over on you. Then as soon as they find out, when they go to start doing this here shit, this is when they really fuck up. They start messing with your energy, divine feminine. So you don't have nothing to worry about because the high priestess energy that's connected to Mother Universe and the Hierophant energy that's connected to Mother Universe see all, know all. I can cause tower moments instantly right now in a lot of people's family and a lot of people's lives just by exposing. But Mother Universe says, nah, I got them. Walk and stay and exist in your divine feminine energy and you'll be fine. Don't worry about who out there trying to do spell work on you. You can't even watch a YouTube channel with a tarot reader. 9 out of 10 is showing what? The death card, the world card, the magician card, and tower card. People are leaving here because they're doing dark work with light work origin energy. Haiti won that revolutionary war against France with this and the universe. They may have a lot of people now that look like me and you in Haiti, and they done turned that power. See, they got that gift like you. Everybody have it. I'm just being honest with you. But a lot of those people from Africa and from Haiti and a lot of these other countries that are the majority of our people, they have turned this here sacred energy and light energy that light workers use into dark energy. And now their lives is going to be the debt, that karmic wheel. I know the channel is going to take off soon. As soon as a lot of these damn dark ass energies leave me the fuck alone, it's going to take off. This YouTube channel here, go back and look at some of the early videos. This channel has been here for a few years, but it's been under attack. So I just kind of like stayed off of social media, did a lot more spiritual healing and shadow work, becoming spiritually and physically celibate, and leaving people alone, connecting to the four elements, connecting to Mother Universe, connecting to High Priestess energy, connecting to Hierophant energy, and being told and led spiritually, go and do that hermit. Go do that full sword. That's what I did. So now I'm emerging again. If I'd have started and they'd have left me alone, there'd be a million people on this here damn channel. Because I would have been able to share that video 3 years ago on YouTube that they didn't let me do, and warn people 3 years in advance about a damn man-made fucking virus that was going to kill a lot of people. Yeah, I get the damn email threats even to this day from Washington. Yeah, I get them from Mark Zuckerberg. And then as soon as they send the damn email and I go to open the I see the email, can't reply. Then when I go out of the device, my phone or my computer or my tablet, and go back in and check email, it's gone. They just want to let me know we watching you. We know who you are. We know what the fuck you said. Now I'm telling people again, there's getting ready to be a revolt in a lot of countries because this damn family that she was connected to owes a lot of karmic debt globally. It is the reason why you have Christianity. It is the reason why you have Islam and Judaism. All this shit was created to distract us from our spirituality, to distract us from our soul's journey purpose, to distract us from knowing our afterlife connection and our past life connection. They don't want us to know. And I'm telling you, I feel better now spiritually than I have ever been before. Simply because I know that there's nothing they can do, anybody, about the power of divine feminine energy force that's getting ready. It's already started, but that's getting ready to completely take over this planet. That is the plan of the universe. That is the plan of power supreme deities that rule and govern this planet. That's why you keep seeing motherships and UFOs and all of this here, because they're positioning. It's like when you get ready to go to war and you get all your shit set up and all your troops in place. That's all the universe is doing, is getting all of these war energies in place. And then they know where the targets are, be it human or military. And some people are going to go to sleep one night and don't wake up the next morning for messing with divine feminine energy, with this damn spell work and all this other bullshit. Y'all be safe. I'm headed to YouTube. Facebook. Peace.